In my last few videos, you will have seen me with my beloved Range Rover L322. But recently, I have gone and bought one of my all-time dream cars. And I can't quite believe I'm saying this. Now, these cars are notoriously unreliable and expensive to maintain, and they're also Italian. However, one main reason why I bought this car is because it has that Ferrari-derived engine in it. And here it is. It's my Maserati Quattroporte. And I still can't quite believe I'm saying this. I can't believe this is mine. Ever since I saw this car in the Top Gear 4-door supercar episode, I've always wanted one. And especially when Jeremy floored it through that tunnel and I heard the engine note. And then when he was fiddling around with those buttons that didn't make any sense, that kind of idiotic combination always appealed to me since then. The first one we went to look at was one that was up for even cheaper than this, and it was an executive GT model in a lovely blue colour. And in fact, Dan Latham on YouTube has actually bought that car and has made a video on it. That car didn't work out for us, but we did take it on a test drive, and unfortunately the rear light, the rear right side light, fell out on the test drive and smashed all over the road. So apologies, Dan, that would have cost you a bit of money. When I bought this car, I was extremely excited, but also extremely nervous because these cars have a reputation for obliterating your wallet. And in fact, on the drive home, an engine light came on. Now, I will go through the faults in a later video, but this car does have some problems that I will need to fix. So let me tell you a little bit about this car. So this is a 2007 Maserati Quattroporte. It has a 4.2 litre Ferrari-derived V8, which sounds like this. This car, when it was new, came in 3 different trim levels. It came in the standard guise, it came in Executive GT, and also in Sport GT. So that first one we went to see, that was Executive GT. And I really liked that because it had front and rear heated and ventilated seats, massage seats. It had tables in the back. It was a lovely thing. The Sport GT, I never found one, but that came with carbon fibre on the interior. I think it came with slightly better brakes. It also came with 20-inch wheels. Now, the good thing about this car, speaking about the gearbox, is that this car has the ZF 6-speed automatic. Now, this was a massive thing when I was looking out for these cars because all the stories I've heard of that Duo Select that they had in the earlier models, apparently that gearbox was not suited to this car. The earlier Duo Select models have a reputation for being very clunky around town, and they also eat clutches. I think between 15, 20, 25,000 miles, you have to replace the clutch. And that will cost you about £3,000 or £4,000 each time. So if you're doing a fair amount of miles in this car, which I think most people, when they bought it new, probably were doing a fair amount of miles. So when this 6-speed ZF came out, this was the top choice for most people. Now, this car has also been selected with the option of the flappy paddles with that ZF 6-speed. I'm so pleased that this car has the paddles because that definitely adds to the driving experience. So you might be wondering what I paid for this car. Did I pay £10,000? No, not that much. £7,000? £5,000? Surely not. I actually paid £4,750 for this car, which I think is absolutely amazing. I had no idea these cars could be bought for this amount of money until I started looking for one. The fact that this comes with a Maserati badge and a Ferrari-derived V8, is there any other car with that kind of combination for less than £5,000? I just don't think there is. The other thing I really like about this car is the way it looks, but specifically the fact that this is a 4-door Maserati. So in comparison to the Gran Turismo, which is obviously beautiful, but 2 doors, this flies a bit more under the radar. Unless you know about cars, you probably won't even realise that this is a Maserati. Now, this car is on 106,500 miles. So you might be thinking, with a Ferrari-derived engine and notoriously unreliable Maserati, that would be a car to avoid. Well, this car does have its issues. and I will be getting into those in a later video. But we all know the classic saying, you buy cheap, you buy twice. So I suppose we'll have to find out what really is wrong with this car and how much it's going to cost me. So there we have it. That was a brief overview of my new to me Maserati Quattroporte. Now I know a lot of you in a couple of my previous videos have said I need to do some work myself, and this car does have its issues. So I do plan to do some of the things myself. Specifically, I plan to sort out the sticky buttons on the dashboard, which is a classic fault from these cars and Ferraris of the mid-2000s. I also have a lot more to tell you about this car's history and some of the other problems it has. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the Range Rover. I will still be making videos on that, and hopefully also some other cars like Porsches in the future. I do plan on doing a video where I give you a walk around of this car and show you all the imperfections it has, so make sure you keep an eye on my channel for that. But thank you very much for watching.